There's a reason no one listens to you. A reason people interrupt you mid-sentence, dismiss your opinions, and carve pieces of your life away as if they're entitled to them. They don't need to hear your words to know the truth about you. They can smell it. Weakness has a scent. It drifts from hesitation in your voice, from the way your shoulders slope forward, from the way your eyes dart around searching for approval. It's as recognizable as the smell of blood in water. And the predators of this world, those who hunger for power, position, and advantage, can't help but circle when they catch it. Centuries ago, Machiavelli diagnosed this disease of softness. He warned that the man who tries to be good in all things will be destroyed by those who are not. But men today, conditioned by false promises, still cling to the idea that niceness will save them. They believe if they keep their head down, if they're agreeable, if they smile politely through their frustration, then the world will somehow reward them. But the world does not reward the gentle. It rewards the bold. It rewards the man who cannot be pushed, the man who will not beg, the man who refuses to flinch when tested. This is not about cruelty for cruelty's sake. It's about something far deeper, building a presence that commands respect before you open your mouth. Because if you don't, you will spend your entire life as a shadow in another man's story. Machiavelli's lessons are brutal, but they are true. Stop being harmless or be crushed by men who are not. You were told since childhood to be a good man, to play by the rules, to apologize first, to never offend, to put others before yourself. You were told that selflessness is a crown of virtue, and you believed it. But every crown comes with chains. Machiavelli would laugh at this modern fantasy. He lived in a world dripping with poison goblets, daggers in the dark, betrayals staged by smiling allies. He knew the truth most men still refuse to face. Morality is admired only when it costs nothing. The moment morality demands sacrifice, it is abandoned. The priests who preached purity slept with courtesans. The allies who swore loyalty switched sides for gold. The generals who pardoned enemies were slaughtered in their sleep. Society praises good men only because they are easy to control, predictable, compliant, and safe. When someone calls you a good man, what they often mean is, "You won't resist when I take what's yours." Machiavelli warned rulers never to lean solely on virtue. A prince who tries to be loved by everyone inevitably loses his throne. Why? Because when hard decisions demand sacrifice, the good man hesitates, and hesitation is fatal. In politics, business, and life, power does not reward hesitation. It rewards decisiveness. The world belongs not to the harmless, but to the strategic. Look around you. Who climbs fastest? Not the man who obeys every rule. Not the man who sacrifices endlessly. It is the man who knows when to smile and when to turn cold. Machiavelli called this practical virtue, the ability to appear moral when it benefits you, and to abandon morality the moment it threatens your survival. The lie of modern morality is simple. They told you being good would protect you. In truth, it marks you as prey. A man who never says no, who never refuses, who never pushes back, is not respected. He is quietly despised, and worse, he is exploited. History proves it. Good kings were dethroned by ruthless rivals. Generals who showed mercy were betrayed by the very men they spared. CEOs who tried to be everyone's friend were devoured by competitors who understood the battlefield. Machiavelli admired balance. He praised men who wore the mask of virtue while gripping the sword of power. That lesson has not aged. You cannot live by pure ideals in a world full of predators. If you cling to goodness as if it were sacred, others will drain you dry because to them your virtue is not admirable, it is useful. This is why Machiavelli said, "A prince must learn how not to be good, not evil, not cruel, simply willing to do what is necessary, even when it looks harsh." The lesson is simple. Stop trying to be universally loved. It is impossible, and in the attempt you will destroy yourself. Niceness is not a virtue, it is a disguise for weakness, and the world can smell it on you like blood in the water. Machiavelli never trusted kind men. In his eyes, men acted from fear, ambition, and self-interest, not from gratitude. When you are nice, people do not love you, they use you, and when your usefulness ends, they throw you aside without hesitation. This is why Machiavelli wrote, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous." He was not insulting humanity. He was describing it. A man who expects loyalty in exchange for kindness will be betrayed the moment betrayal becomes profitable. A man who believes generosity buys love will find that people take all he gives and then demand more. Being agreeable makes you predictable, and predictable men are easy to control. When you always say yes, when you always forgive, when you always put others first, you tell the world exactly how to exploit you. People learn your weak spots and press them until you break. In politics, the nice ruler is overthrown. In business, the nice competitor is crushed. In life, the nice man is taken for granted by lovers, friends, and strangers alike. Niceness does not inspire respect. It inspires contempt. Machiavelli argued that fear is more reliable than love. Love fades with changing circumstances. Fear lasts as long as you have the will to enforce it. This does not mean becoming cruel. It means becoming someone who cannot be manipulated, someone who can say no without apology, someone whose respect is valued even by those who dislike him. The nice man thinks fairness will protect him, but life is not fair. Those who win understand this. They lie when they must. They refuse when they must. They strike first when danger looms. They do not allow moral hesitation to blind them to reality. Niceness is dangerous because it makes you value approval more than power. And once others know you crave approval, they own you. Compliments become chains. Praise becomes bait. You are hooked, strung along, robbed while you smile in gratitude. Machiavelli's world was filled with poison, assassinations, and double-dealing. The betrayals of our world may not arrive with daggers, but they arrive all the same. A colleague takes credit for your work. A partner drains your patience while giving nothing back. A rival uses your honesty as a weapon against you. The form changes, but the principle does not. Kindness without strength invites destruction. The cure is cold power. Cold power begins with mastering appearances. Machiavelli told rulers to look virtuous, even when they had to act without virtue. Why? Because people judge with their eyes, not their hearts. A man who smiles while saying no, who seems generous while defending his own interests, gains influence without arousing suspicion. This is not hypocrisy. This is survival. You do not show every card in your hand. You do not reveal your anger, your fear, or your ambition. You train yourself to appear steady, even when you're making ruthless decisions. The first step: master your emotions. If people can provoke you, they can control you. The man who explodes in anger is a puppet. The man who collapses in shame is a slave. Machiavelli admired leaders who remained cold in chaos, because cold men make clear decisions while others drown in panic. The second step: control your generosity. Give strategically, never impulsively. A favor should purchase loyalty, not sympathy. Reward usefulness. Withdraw from waste. This is not cruelty, it is discipline. The third step: protect your autonomy. The more you depend on others for approval, money, or validation, the weaker you become. Machiavelli warned rulers never to place themselves under another's control. For you, this means building skills, resources, and networks so no one can ever tighten a leash around your neck. The fourth step: weaponize your silence. Weak men explain themselves endlessly. Powerful men do not. A refusal does not require justification. It requires firmness. Often, silence is more terrifying than excuses. The fifth step: balance fear and respect. Machiavelli never told rulers to terrorize indiscriminately. He told them to ensure no one dared cross them. When people know you punish betrayal swiftly, they think twice before testing you. And when they know your kindness is rare, they value it more. This is how cold power works. You appear calm, polite, even agreeable. You never act out of desperation. You reward loyalty. You punish betrayal. You depend on no one completely. The result? People respect you even when they don't fully understand you. They may even fear disappointing you, and that is far more reliable than their love. Machiavelli's advice for the modern man is clear. Be useful to others, but never let them forget you don't need them. Be pleasant when it serves you cold. When it protects you, dangerous when it is necessary. Reputation is power. Lose control of it and you lose everything. Weak men believe their actions speak for themselves. They think honesty or hard work automatically earn respect. But the world doesn't see your intentions. It only sees the story being told about you. And if you don't shape that story, someone else will. Machiavelli understood appearance often outweighs truth. He told rulers to seem merciful, seem faithful, seem generous, even when they acted with ruthless calculation, because people rarely look deeper than the surface. In modern life, this means deciding in advance. How do you wish to be perceived? Are you the man who is calm under pressure? The man who cannot be manipulated? The man who is always one step ahead? Once chosen, you must project this image relentlessly in your words, your posture, your actions, even your silence. If you do not, others will define you. Rumors, lies, misunderstandings will harden into your reputation, and you will spend your life fighting their version of you. Machiavelli would never allow that. He believed perception must be guarded like a fortress. This does not mean being fake. It means being deliberate. You show strength even when you're uncertain. You project calm even when you're burning inside. You make victories look effortless and losses invisible. You choose when to be seen and when to disappear. Control your image and people will treat you as you decide. Lose control and they will treat you as they please. In the game of power, your reputation is both armor and weapon. And emotions? They are the cracks through which enemies strike. Weak men wear their hearts on their sleeves, mistaking vulnerability for authenticity. They cry publicly, they rage impulsively, they panic at the first sign of threat. And for this, the world punishes them. Once someone knows which buttons break you, they will press them forever. Machiavelli's remedy was clear. Feel everything, reveal nothing. This does not mean becoming numb. It means using emotion as a tool rather than letting it use you. Anger can intimidate if controlled. Coldness can unsettle rivals if sustained longer than they expect. Even kindness, deployed strategically, can disarm an enemy. Think of your emotions as weapons. You do not swing them wildly. You keep them sheathed until the right moment, and then strike with precision. This is rare. Most men are reactors, not controllers. They lash out when provoked, beg when desperate, collapse when shamed. Machiavelli would call such men prey. True strength is the man who can burn with fury and yet remain silent, who can suffer and yet appear untouchable, who can be underestimated until it is too late. How do you build this? By studying your triggers. Watch yourself closely. Notice what makes you angry, insecure, afraid. Then break the pattern. When insulted, remain silent. Watch the insulter grow uneasy as they wait for a reaction that never comes. When pressured to explain yourself, smile faintly and say nothing. Your calm itself becomes terrifying. Machiavelli praised rulers who could project emotions on command, mercy when useful, fury when necessary, calm when chaos surrounded them. Behind the mask, they remained unmoved. You can do the same. In business, project composure while competitors panic, and they will imagine you know something they don't. In life, stay calm during arguments, and manipulators will realize they cannot pull your strings. In politics or any form of leadership, firmness attracts followers, even when you secretly doubt yourself. The man who masters his emotions does not kill his humanity. He refines it into a weapon. He does not cry in public, but he can use sorrow to gain sympathy if needed. He does not rage wildly, but he can unleash calculated fury to make rivals retreat. He is not ice. He is fire beneath ice, waiting for the right spark. Machiavelli called this virtue. Strength of character fused with strategic intelligence, not coldness for its own sake, but control And in a cruel world, control is the difference between being used and being feared. Stop wearing your heart on your sleeve. Put it behind armor. Feel everything. Reveal only what serves you. When your emotions stop betraying you, they start serving you. Machiavelli never wrote for the virtuous. He wrote for men who were tired of losing. His prince stripped illusions from morality, loyalty, and kindness, exposing how power really works. And those lessons remain unchanged. The world still rewards the prepared, the disciplined, the dangerous. It still crushes the soft, the predictable, the desperate for approval. If you followed this far, you already understand. Machiavelli's advice is not about becoming evil. It is about refusing to be weak. The man who stops begging for permission, who commands respect instead of love, who controls his emotions, his image, his silence, that man becomes untouchable. So here is the Machiavellian code. Stop chasing approval. Approval is a leash. The moment you no longer need it, you cannot be controlled. Choose respect over love. Love is fickle. Respect endures. Master your emotions. Show only what is useful. Control your image. Perception outweighs truth. Weaponize silence. Speak rarely, strike decisively. Be useful, never harmless. Stay unpredictable, because predictability is death. Win first, explain later. The world forgives winners and lectures only losers. This is the path Machiavelli carved 5 centuries ago. It is not comfortable. It demands discipline, patience, and ruthlessness. But history proves it. Every man who rose from nothing to everything followed some version of it. Florence, Rome, Wall Street, Silicon Valley. Different worlds, same game. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be respected. Respect does not come from being good. It comes from being strong. So build a life no one can threaten. Make your words scarce, your moves calculated, your reputation sharp as steel. Move like a shadow until it is time to strike. And when that time comes, strike without hesitation. Because in every era, whether Renaissance Italy or the modern world, only men who understand power keep it. If these words cut deeper than another hollow self-improvement tip, good. That means you are done playing nice. That means you are ready to stop being harmless.